So to be transparent with others is definitely a very important aspect of that, but you have to see this transparency thing across the board. Um, it is like everything is obscured from each other currently, or it's becoming less and less so, but everyone is in their own bubble, in their own veil. This applies to corporation, hierarchical structures, government, our relationships, our own feelings from ourselves to ourselves. There's a lot of veils. These veils are being busted wide open. Whether we like it or not, whether we're ready or not. Suddenly, people will be able to see each other's true intentions and feelings and emotions, and understand why they're here more clearly, and see through the lies and the deceit. So, what's being forced upon our planet is this transparency, and I think, again, like I said, we can get into the fancy stuff too, or
Like
the
when you
fun
say
stuff.
fancy stuff, what do you mean?
We want to talk about spaceships or whatever new money systems or.
Well,
But what's most important to understand for everyone is that we have to integrate within ourselves these different levels of our consciousness, because otherwise we won't be able to successfully integrate the experiences that are happening anyway.
we won't be able to meet the other if we still have stuff veiled in ourselves.
Exactly.
It
It would cause a disruption of our cohesion, our sense of cohesion, because it's like someone being exposed to shock or a war, or
Right.
it's similar to that. If you're exposed to too much love, it can cause PTSD
yeah.
if you're not ready for that vibration. And so, if there's too much telepathy, too much transparency, and you're afraid, you're fundamentally afraid because you're identified with the small self, and it hasn't been integrated, and there is a lack of transparency and mastery within one's own field, then that field will go into a shock state in a way.
Right. That's that because we've been so stuck in our human drama and our story and our
Oh yes.
veiled lives that when we're confronted with something that blows that away, we freak out because we've identified with that. Is that what you're saying? So how do you suggest we meet the galactic other? I mean,
To do the work, I mean, there's no other way. We have to do the work. We have to observe ourselves, get to know ourselves. As Ra states, the first step is to know oneself, know your patterns, know why you react the way you react. Why are you feeling what you're feeling? Become aware of your patterns, your addictions, your lack beliefs. And through that knowledge, then accept yourself. Step 2 is accept yourself. First step is know yourself. Second step is accept yourself. And only when you do that, there's a healing, there's an integration that happens with all these elements that you bring transparency to. Only then can step 3 be begun, and that is really the spiritual path, which is become the creator.